So, with the news that Mac Jones will now be the man in New England, his odds to win Rookie of the Year jumped to plus 600. That is second best behind Trevor Lawrence. So, Geoff, what do you think of that number?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's deserving. I mean, this is a category with Offensive Rookie of the Year where I just don't really want to take a shot with anyone that's not a quarterback. So plus 600, he deserves to be the second favorite. I think that what we saw from Trevor Lawrence in his last preseason game, looking a lot more confident with the Jacksonville offense is fine. I think that when you're betting Offensive Rookie of the Year, you want to look at two things: position, and also, are they going to be on a successful team? I think that Mac Jones is definitely the better value right now because I think the Patriots have a better shot of making the playoffs than the Jags. So I think that's two things in Mac Jones' favor. If I was targeting this one, though, I'd still go with Justin Fields. You're getting better odds at plus 750. And look, we know Justin Fields is getting in there, and everybody loves the replacement story, the guy coming in off the bench. It happened with Herbert last year. I think you're going to see a similar story with Justin Fields. So you're getting better odds there. He'd be my pick, but realistically, Mac Jones probably a better choice right now than Trevor Lawrence just because of the odds.
Jules, Mac Jones plus 600. What do we think?
Yeah, I like it, honestly. And I don't hate Geoff's pick of Fields at plus 750. I think if Fields were starting week one, I would take Fields. But I have to take the plus 600 head start that Mac Jones is getting over the plus 750 in question when we're going to see Justin Fields. It might be week 2 or 3 for all we know, but what we do know right now is that Mac Jones is the guy and Justin Fields, unfortunately, is not. I don't know why, but he's not. So you look at the situations. Fields not out there. Trey Lance sounds like not going to be out there, obviously. He's dinged up. Jimmy Garoppolo is probably going to be that week 1 starter. So there's 2 guys that are not starting the season. The other guys are on the Jets and Jaguars, not teams that we know for much success recently in the NFL. So if you're going to get a Mac Jones who now doesn't replace Tom Brady, he replaces a losing team, Cam Newton, that missed the playoffs. If Mac Jones can come in here, play behind a top 5 offensive line, a defense that invested a lot of money, sign 2 big tight ends, and go 10-7 and make the playoffs, it's tough to argue that the award wouldn't be his.
All right, Pierce, what do we think?
Might be getting a little ahead of ourselves here. All we know is he's going to play week 1. We've seen some great preseason highlights, but it's preseason defense. We know that defenses struggled at preseason. We can look at last year without the preseason for several weeks. The defenses didn't look good, so I'm not going to overreact to that. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with, well, he's playing for the better team. He is playing for the better team, but if we look at last year's Rookie of the Year, they didn't necessarily go to the playoffs. The Chargers didn't look all that great. So I don't mind going with Trevor Lawrence and padding the stats and playing in some basic passing script games. And although it'll probably have a lower win-loss record, it'll still put up better stats. And Najee Harris looks pretty good, and we've seen what the Pittsburgh system has done with running backs. Even James Conner looked pretty good. Le'Veon Bell was an MVP in that system, and Harris looked really good. I would rather go with Harris as my Offensive Rookie of the Year.